Okay, I want to create a clock. Chandler. I'll take Raymond Chandler's name, and so that'll be the last name, and it'll bring up Tough Guy, Mystery, etc., etc., but I gotta have a first name. So every day I take Centrum multivitamins, and my wife goes and she buys, we're out of Centrums, and she comes home, she puts it down, and they change the packaging. It's got a silver thing on it instead of the yellow. And I take one of these things, and all of a sudden I thought I was having a stroke. I mean, it's just like the whole world went weird, and I couldn't stand up, and I had to put my hand against the wall, and I thought, I'm going to die here. And then I thought, something's different. Wait a second, the only thing that's different is, let me see those. And I picked up this silver package, and I took a look at it, and I picked up the old yellow one, and I looked at it through my groggy eyes. I'm going down, they've got all the same ingredients, and at the end, it just said, with zinc. And I thought, with zinc, yes, of course. And so, Zinc Chandler is the name I created. Now, I've never heard anybody who's ever been called Zinc. But everybody remembers that name. And now, if you go and you Google it, you will find there are actually Zinc Chandlers out there. These are people named Chandler who have named their kid Zinc, and it's all after the book was first published. It's just fans who have come along and have thought, hey, that's a different sort of a name, I'll call my son. Or you go with fantasy players, like people who play Dungeons and Dragons, and you have to create a character. You find several people who are named Zinc Chandler. I have no idea who they are, but we know where they got the name from. So you can have an awful lot of fun with. I have a lawyer in one thing named Wyatt Rook. He's based on Ellery Queen. What's the most powerful piece on the chessboard? The Queen. What's the second most powerful piece? The Rook. You can sit down and you can create your fantasy figure, your alter ego, through these characters who you create. And if you want to have real fun, write under a pen name, because then you can remake yourself and transform yourself. Michael Slade is a lot more tougher than I am. He drinks. He writes at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I don't. Okay, so give your hero a personal stake in the result. The days are gone when detection alone is enough. Now the hero must have deep, intimate involvement in the conflict in the story. He's in peril, or his loved ones are in peril, or someone close to him has been killed. So whatever the conflict, it's going to cost him everything if he doesn't succeed. And if you take a look at mysteries, you'll see that for sure. You'll see that in the old days, all that happened was Sherlock Holmes just came in, saw a crime, and just went and looked and solved it. And Hercule Poirot, they're very distant. You take a look now, and it's always when my niece was killed, when my daughter, yes, he's got my family captured, etc. That's what's demanded these days. So you've got to up the emotional involvement. Absolutely crucial. Your hero must take the initiative. It should be he or she who sets out to achieve something against impossible odds, or to keep the villain from overcoming him and the ones he loves. He can begin by reacting, but by the end he must act on his own initiative. Trap. No cavalry to the rescue. The solution must be worked out by your hero based on a conflict that's established at the start of your story. Plan it early, pay it off later. We're back again to training day. He picked up the wallet, and that's what saved his bacon at the very end. It wasn't that the police kicked in the door and the cavalry came to the rescue. That's the difference between good plotting and hack plotting.